Liverpool fans, this is huge. A former Red has revealed the real truth behind Salah and Mane, and the transfer dominoes are already falling. Hit subscribe now before this story explodes.
News headline: Roberto Firmino revealed truth about Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane relationship at Liverpool. The once fabled Liverpool front three routinely showed their on-field chemistry, but behind-the-scenes relations were not always warm between Salah and Mane, something Firmino has acknowledged. Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane will renew acquaintances when the pair meet in Wednesday's Africa Cup of Nations (AFCON) semi-final between Egypt and Senegal. The pair once spearheaded Liverpool's potent attacking threat during Jurgen Klopp's heyday, with the wingers typically providing the majority of the team's goals from the wide areas, either side of the more selfless Roberto Firmino in the center. Salah and Mane, who shared a dressing room together for 6 years at Anfield and helped the club win every piece of silverware available, did have a somewhat fractured relationship during their time on Merseyside. That most memorably came to the fore during a Premier League win over Burnley in 2019, when Mane complained that Salah had failed to pass him the ball. Firmino, the glue that held that devastating front three together, wrote about Salah and Mane's difficult relationship in his autobiography, Si Senor. They were never best friends. The three of us had very different personalities. Mane the most explosive. My role was as peacemaker, unifier, claimed the Brazilian. It was rare to see the two of them talking, but they never severed ties, always acted with the utmost professionalism. Meanwhile, Salah addressed the issue in an interview with L'Equipe last year. "Yes, there was tension with Sadio," said the Egyptian. "Mind you, we were professional until the end. I don't think it affected the team. It's human to want more. I understand that he's a competitor. Off the pitch, we weren't very close, but we always respected each other." However, Mane downplayed his disagreements with Salah when speaking to Rio Ferdinand in November. "Great player, good player, great player. Everybody say the same, usually," said the now Al Nassr forward. "But I don't think it's a bad thing. And me, I'm someone who is quiet, but I'm friendly with everybody in the team. I'm like this. So I think Mo is also a very nice guy. He's a nice guy. I think, though, inside the pitch, you can see sometimes he passes to me, sometimes he doesn't pass to me. But only Bobby was there to share the ball." Salah and Mane also have shared history at AFCON, with the latter beating his then Liverpool teammate in the 2021 final. The winner of the clash between Egypt and Senegal in Tangier on Wednesday will go on to face either Nigeria or hosts Morocco in Sunday's final.
News headline: Good option. Liverpool urged to make sensational Ben White transfer swoop. Liverpool has been advised that Arsenal star Ben White would represent an excellent signing for the Merseyside club, though it has been recognized that securing a deal for the Gunners' defender remains improbable. The January transfer window is now open, offering all 20 Premier League sides the opportunity to bolster their squads. Thus far, Liverpool has been linked with several potential additions this month, predominantly defenders in response to recent injury setbacks. Giovanni Leone has been ruled out for the rest of the season with a knee injury sustained during his debut appearance back in September, while Connor Bradley is also sidelined for the remainder of the campaign with a knee problem. White's situation at Arsenal has sparked speculation in recent weeks, though it's believed the London club does not want to lose the 28-year-old defender. Despite the unlikelihood of Liverpool pursuing a move for White or Arsenal sanctioning a departure, former Reds player Danny Murphy has outlined why Arne Slot and his team might hold an edge in potential transfer negotiations. Ben White to Liverpool would make sense, but Arsenal might not want to sell to a rival, Murphy told Boyle Sports. It would depend on how adamant the player is that he wants to go. If Ben White was an option, I think that would be a good option for Liverpool. I think he's a really good footballer. He's a big lad. Yes, he's had a couple of injury problems recently, but he's an experienced guy. He's played a lot of games, and he can play center back and right back. The obvious good thing for Liverpool would be in that negotiation, if that was something that was to materialize, would be that any player would rather go to Liverpool than Everton. I'm not saying that because I'm a Red, I'm saying that because Liverpool are competing for the Champions League. Still in the top 4, still in the FA Cup. Whereas Everton are obviously out of the FA Cup, they're not competing for European competitions. I wouldn't see why, if Liverpool were keen, then why he wouldn't try and force that move. Having said that, I'd find it strange to think that Arsenal would let him go, or they might just think they're too far ahead of Liverpool anyway, so we'll have to see how that plays out.
News headline: Liverpool move one step closer to signing Yan Diomande. Liverpool's fans have made it clear that they expect the Reds' results to improve as soon as possible. Ornstein's men may be on a bit of an unbeaten run at the moment, but that doesn't excuse the fact that they're not 14 points adrift of first-placed Arsenal. When the 2025-26 season first kicked off, most fans were excited about what the campaign had in store for them, especially since they spent over $450 million on upgrading their squad. And even though they won their first 5 Premier League games of the season, since then their form has dropped off massively, which has resulted in fans demanding that more firepower gets added to their ranks. This has resulted in several rumors emerging, and now the Anfield outfit could be one step closer to signing one of their dream targets. RB Leipzig close to signing Souleymane Sani. Souleymane Sani will almost certainly be a player that most Liverpool fans won't have heard of. However, the only thing that matters about the Nigerian to the Reds fans is that he plays in the same position that Yan Diomande does for RB Leipzig. Diomande is one of many transfer targets that Liverpool have been linked with, and with Sani on the verge of agreeing a deal with the Bundesliga outfit, the attacker could be free to move. A fresh update from Sky Germany journalist Florian Plettenberg has shared via his personal X account that the Bundesliga outfit are in agreement with AS Trenchen over a move for Sani. RB Leipzig are on the verge of signing Souleymane Sani, he wrote. Leipzig are principally in agreement with the 19-year-old winger, and talks with AS Trenchen are currently focused on final details. Negotiations between the clubs are well advanced. A realistic transfer fee is expected to be in the region of 5 to 7 million euros. Sani is planned to join in the winter window and is seen internally as a move ahead of the summer. Leverkusen were also in the race. Yan Diomande would be a perfect addition for Liverpool. Diomande and Antoine Semenyo are the two attackers who have most frequently been linked with a Liverpool move this season. Both players have a lot to offer Liverpool, and since Semenyo has now joined Manchester City, it seems like the Reds have had their target chosen for them. The 2025-26 campaign is Diomande's first in the Bundesliga, and he's already making his name well known. He's played 16 games across all competitions and has contributed to 11 goals thus far. The attacker can play on either wing, and since he's only 19 years old, he has plenty of time to develop into an even better player than he already is. It's clear that Liverpool are planning for the future with their transfer targets over the last 12 months or so, and since Diomande already has some experience in the Bundesliga, there isn't really a better player for them to target than the Ivorian.
News headline: David Ornstein issues alarming update on Liverpool's January transfer intentions. News in details. Liverpool are unlikely to make any first-team signings during the current January transfer window, with the club instead prioritizing defensive reinforcements in the summer, according to reliable journalist David Ornstein. Key centre-backs Virgil van Dijk, Ibrahima Konate, and Joe Gomez have faced fitness issues this season, compounded by the long-term absence of teenage summer signing Giovanni Leone, ACL injury, and recent concerns over right-back cover following Connor Bradley's serious knee injury. Jeremy Frimpong has also only recently returned to the fold. Liverpool reportedly not planning immediate transfer investment. Despite fan calls for immediate action, particularly for a centre-back like Crystal Palace's Marc Guehi, Ornstein reports that Liverpool's strategy remains long-term focused. The club views short-term additions as unnecessary, given their operational philosophy, especially for positions where players are expected to return for pre-season. A major factor in this cautious approach is the ongoing uncertainty surrounding Ibrahima Konate. The French international's contract talks with the club have seen no breakthrough, leaving him just months away from potentially leaving on a free transfer in the summer of 2026. With Van Dijk and Gomez also entering the final years of their deals, expiring 2027, Liverpool are expected to target at least one high-quality centre-back addition next summer to bolster the backline. Are Liverpool making a mistake? This decision has sparked debate among supporters online, with some expressing frustration at the perceived lack of squad depth during a competitive campaign. Others argue the approach aligns with FSG's historically prudent model, prioritizing sustainable planning over reactive spending. The January window remains open until early February, but all indications point to a quiet month at Anfield in terms of senior arrivals. The Reds have made a low-key youth addition, Senegalese defender Mor Talla Ndiaye, for the academy, but no major moves are anticipated. Liverpool fans will be hoping for a positive resolution on the Konate front and a successful summer rebuild to maintain their title-challenging momentum.
News headline: Man City hatch stunning strategy to haunt Liverpool and win Guehi race now. Sources. Man City are ready to pull out all the stops from a financial perspective to change Marc Guehi's mind and convince him to snub Liverpool in favor of joining Pep Guardiola's side this month. Guehi is one of the most in-demand players in world football right now, largely because of his contractual situation. The 25-year-old is a fantastic player in his own right, but the fact he's 6 months away from free agency and won't pen fresh terms at Crystal Palace means clubs from far and wide are prepared to chance their arm. From Guehi's perspective, sources continue to state he prefers to join Liverpool at the end of the season. However, we can now reveal Guardiola's club are preparing a financial onslaught in the hopes of turning Guehi's head and completing a January transfer. Man City will be looking to position Guehi towards the top end of their salary structure in order to help convince him of a move this month. We revealed last week that City would need to offset the financial benefits of him moving on a free transfer if they are to land him in January. Initial avenues of communication are opening up as City explore whether a deal will be possible, and the terms to the player are going to be crucial in forcing a breakthrough. Sources indicate that Guehi would earn upwards of £200,000 a week as City seek to satisfy his demands. Guehi would be due a huge payday at the end of the season when he leaves Crystal Palace, as any free transfer move would also offer the chance of a signing-on fee, and City will discuss ways of meeting his expectations if discussions proceed. Erling Haaland is far and away City's highest earner, but Guehi could realistically expect to land in the same pay bracket as recent summer signing Gianluigi Donnarumma, £250,000 a week. Sources believe Guehi could even expect to head towards the £250,000 a week mark if talks open up and a move progresses. Arsenal, meanwhile, are in the same boat as Liverpool, and that they would much rather wait until the end of the season before signing Guehi. Want more breaking transfer lines from original sources? Add Team Talk as a preferred source on Google to your favorites list for news you can trust. Latest Man City and Liverpool news: Alonso preference, Salah, Konate, Klopp. In other news, Xabi Alonso's preference between Man City and Liverpool has already been revealed in the wake of the Spaniard parting ways with Real Madrid. Over at Anfield, the ultra-reliable David Ornstein has shed light on when Ibrahima Konate and Mohamed Salah will leave Liverpool amid a cold and no-nonsense update on the former. Finally, and despite Jurgen Klopp's public claims to the contrary, a top German source has provided a stunning new update on the Liverpool icon taking charge as Real Madrid's next permanent manager.
News headline: Blockbuster Liverpool transfer on as elite star reveals Anfield dream as Konate Salah fates revealed. Liverpool could be closing in on one of the signings of this and any other summer, following reports of an elite center-back giving the nod to an Anfield switch, while a trusted source has delivered telling updates on the futures of Mohamed Salah and Ibrahima Konate. Central defense is expected to be a major position of need for Liverpool come the end of the season, especially given the contract status of Konate, and the addition of a player widely regarded as one of the top defenders in Europe would make an incredible difference on Merseyside. Van de Ven wants dream Liverpool move. While Marc Guehi to Liverpool remains a likely outcome, either this month or in the summer, that's not stopped speculation that Mickey Van de Ven wants out of struggling Tottenham and favors a move to the reigning Premier League champions. And now an X account who claim to have a team of 5 elite reporters state that the Dutch defender is ready to blow up the transfer market this summer and push for a move to Merseyside. The report claims that the 24-year-old views Liverpool as his dream destination, although it's unclear as to whether part of that pull is to work under fellow Dutchman Arne Slot, whose current position at Anfield is under scrutiny. Van de Ven has looked an agitated figure at times this season, with the relationship between the Tottenham players and fans becoming increasingly strained as the season has gone on. Indeed, the Dutchman, alongside teammate Pedro Porro, clashed with supporters following the recent 3-2 loss at Bournemouth to further increase rumors that he might not be completely happy in North London. Our sources have revealed, however, that Tottenham are working on a lucrative new deal for Van de Ven, who has also captained the side in the absence of Christian Romero this season and is considered a huge part of the club's plans going forward. Constant speculation over boss Thomas Frank's future has not helped matters at Tottenham, though, leaving the club vulnerable to their better players potentially being poached. And while the report on X can probably be taken with a pinch of salt, there have to be concerns among genuine Spurs fans that top stars could move on unless things take a rapid upward turn on and off the pitch. Top source delivers Salah Konate updates.
Trusted reporter David Ornstein has shed light on when Mohamed Salah and Ibrahima Konate will eventually depart the club, with a complete no-nonsense update on the latter. Regarding Anfield legend Mohamed Salah, Ornstein insists the Egyptian will not be leaving departing Merseyside this month. Indeed, Liverpool's hope is that they can keep Salah for the 2026-27 campaign too, before he eventually walks away aged 35 for a big-money free agent payday. But in terms of the Reds trying to cash in at the end of the season, Ornstein does see a world where that could actually happen, especially if Saudi clubs come calling again. Ornstein wrote, "Despite recent uncertainty, the Egypt attacker is fully expected to finish the campaign at Anfield. It will be hoped his situation then settles down and that he sees out the rest of his agreement, which runs until June 2027. But if problems remain, it is possible conversations will take place about parting ways early." As for Konate, the 26-year-old is out of contract at the end of the season, and no new agreement has yet been reached on a new deal. And when it comes to the Real Madrid-linked center-back, the Athletic's Ornstein is pretty unequivocal in what he expects to happen on that front. He wrote, "Ibrahima Konate is on track to exit due to his contract expiring. There has been no breakthrough on new terms." Liverpool considering trio of right-back options. Liverpool are assessing whether the season-ending injury to Connor Bradley will force them to move into the market for another right-back this month, with 3 names touted for an Anfield switch. Bradley has undergone surgery on a serious knee injury, and with center-back Giovanni Leone already sidelined for the season, the Reds are currently short of defensive options for the remainder of the campaign. While club sources have now underlined to us that there will be no knee-jerk reactions to Bradley's injury, scouts are assessing the market, and our sources indicate the club have their eye on 2 stars in particular, and have also been alerted to a third. We understand that Feyenoord's Javiro Reed and Benfica's Daniel Banki have been watched by Liverpool. Meanwhile, sources also confirm that Liverpool have been made aware of the potential availability of other fullback players such as Monaco star Vanderson, who could be available this month and has also been linked to Tottenham. The 24-year-old Brazilian is being heavily linked with moves away from France this month and is thought to be open to joining a Premier League side. It just remains to be seen if Liverpool opt to stick with Jeremy Frimpong and use Joe Gomez and midfielders Curtis Jones and Dominic Szoboszlai as cover, or make a January swoop instead. Get the inside story first by joining our Team Talk Facebook channel to receive the latest breaking and exclusive news straight into your Messenger inbox. Klopp to Real Madrid, Tottenham move for Diomande, Guehi latest. A top German source has provided a stunning new update on Liverpool icon Jurgen Klopp taking charge as Real Madrid's next permanent manager. The Giants are on the hunt for a new boss after parting company with Xabi Alonso, and although recent Klopp comments suggest that he has no interest in taking over at the Bernabeu, Sky Germany's Florian Plettenberg thinks they were just a smokescreen. Taking to X, Plettenberg declared Jurgen Klopp is a candidate for the head coach position at Real Madrid should the club decide to appoint a new manager in the summer, as revealed on December 11th and confirmed again. Understand, despite Klopp's long-term contract with Red Bull and his strong identification with the Red Bull project, Real Madrid hold a major appeal for him. Crucially, Plettenberg ended his tweet by stating if Real were to make a serious move, Klopp would give it a serious consideration. Meanwhile, Tottenham are reportedly ready to hijack a proposed Liverpool swoop for highly rated RB Leipzig winger Yan Diomande, with a big offer in the pipeline for the exclusive 19-year-old talent. And a reliable source has revealed why Liverpool will not face a threat from Arsenal when it comes to sealing the transfer of Marc Guehi.